Hi, I'm Cynthia Miller-Lautman, and this is my series on sensory awareness. So we're talking about what it looks like to be on low. And if you think of a preschool child on low, this is really not what we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing kids in preschool running around the room and interacting and starting to engage with other kids. But a child on low at preschool age might wander off by themselves. They might sit quietly in a corner while their other ones are playing. Maybe they're sleepy. They're showing signs of not fully attending, and their eyes might close, or their eyes are open, but they're not answering you. They're not processing what you're saying. They're not hearing everything you're saying. So their body language would show that they're on low, but also their interactions around them. So that's really what a preschooler would look like, and most of us would be concerned if we saw that. However, in the school age kids, you'd see something different. So a child who's on low, who's in school, might go unnoticed actually, especially in a class of 30 kids, because those kids often are looking like they're paying attention, but their mind is drifting and they're noticing something else, or their eyes are thinking of something else, or they're looking at something on the wall. Usually they could be quiet if they're on low. They can be sleepy. You've seen this in the high school age, the kids that have their heads on the desk because they stayed up too late and their bodies just cannot get to just right to be able to learn. I do worry about these kids a lot because I think they go unnoticed, not because anyone wants to, it's because we have a lot else we're paying attention to, and all the people and kids on high take precedence because that's what you notice, that's what is disruptive. But a child who's on low is equally of concern to me, especially as an occupational therapist. I do worry about these ones because they go unnoticed for so long. This typically happens in ADHD with girls. It goes unnoticed for longer, especially if it's a distraction and their internal fidgeting is happening. So they're fidgeting quietly. But again, they're on low in the ability to retain the information from their environment. And so they need more. They might need to move more than other kids to actually be to just right. Or they go and sink down into that low state.